The Cheetahs from Bloemfontein had an inconsistent 2014 season, starting off with a narrow defeat to the Lions and then putting in a good performance to beat the Bulls 15-9 at home. On their tour, they managed to score an average of 26 points per game, yet failed to win any of them or to even close a losing or four-try bonus point, as they failed to build on the success they achieved in finishing 6th on the 2013 log. Standout performances from players such as Adrian Strauss, Heinrich Rousseau, Loet de Jager, Willie Leroux and Sarel Pretorius resulted in the Cheetahs scoring some good tries during the tournament. However, they relied too heavily on Leroux to spark their attacking backline, while their defence was exposed on numerous occasions, no more so than in their massive half-time lead against the Chiefs, eventually resulting in an entertaining 43-all draw. Good performances against the Stormers with a 35-22 victory and a 27-21 win over the Brumbies, both in Bloemfontein, were not enough to elevate the Cheetahs up the log, and they ended up in 14th position with just 24 points after winning just 4 games in the campaign.
Last year's Super Rugby season was a frustrating one for us because in 2013 we had such a good season and we really thought it was a breakout season for us. I always felt the guys always tried very hard, and I just think it was one of those years, you know, that things didn't always come off the way you plan it.
I think what we've learned from last season is, you know, certainly you have to use your opportunities. We had a very tough tour after game 1. So I think this year we've got a very good draw. We play 4 games in South Africa before we go on tour, so it's really important to, you know, to capitalise on that and get a few wins.
No, I must say it's a great privilege for me sitting here, hopefully getting my first Super Rugby cap for the Cheetahs. And yeah, it's one thing I've always strived for from junior rugby, playing under 1921 levels here in Vodacom Cup, and this is the big call, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to the season.
If you put on the Cheetahs jersey, Coach Naka and I always give you the freedom, so especially at home we like to throw the ball around, but in our structures, so if you see something that's on and you back yourself, he'll also back you, so that's the thing at the Cheetahs, and all our structures in place, and the guys are exciting for the new season to start.
I think the most special thing is playing home games, especially when you play against teams that are abroad. When they come home here, you develop another sense of pride, whereas you cannot lose a home game, not to people that are flying to town. You play against the best players in the world. It gives you a chance to level yourself, to know where you stand, and you know, it's just amazing like that.
One week you play the Chiefs, next week Crusaders, next week Brumbies, so you can't slack down any week. No matter how sore the body is the next morning, you have to recover and be at training the next day and be at top of your game every day.
I think World Cup here is really special. I think every rugby player dreams, you know, from a young age to play for South Africa, and you know, when you get older, you dream of playing in World Cups. I think all the players will be a little bit more motivated. I think the local derbies in South Africa will be really tough, and I think there's a lot of players who really want to be in that World Cup squad. So for us as coaches, that makes it a little bit easier.
2015, people will pick up their standards in rugby. You know, everybody wants to be in the World Cup touring squad. Super Rugby is definitely going to get harder. It's going to be a character tester, and it's going to be a big challenge. So our hard work will definitely show in the season.
We showed 2 years ago that we can make the top 6, and you know, for us as a franchise, you know, we really want to make the top 6 again. Once you get to the playoffs, I think we've seen 2 years ago that you can make it all the way. So the first goal will be to make the top 6.
We really want to do well this year, and we want to make our fans proud. Our families and each other, you know, that's the most important thing. We've had a lot to work on. There's been a lot of young guys coming through, especially through the Currie Cup system, which I think will serve us well in Super Rugby as well.